We've got the last teaser here. ArenaNet bringing the energy with this. We had some pretty exciting stuff. You know, you have the dagger, the helmet, the bard, the cards, the orb. And they said, you know what? This is where we're really going to get people excited. This is where things get out of hand. We're giving them generic shield. Wow. We went hard with this one. You know, I actually feel a little bit bad to whoever actually gets this. It's a little bit difficult to predict, to be honest, because again, there's not a lot going on here. And as we'll see later, I'll probably do a little bit of a prediction using a little thing on the internet to match everything up there. It's very difficult to do. I actually still say that I don't really know where all of these are going to end up going. Like, my initial thought on this was Guardian, actually. Some people are saying that, oh, you know, it looks like a shield that you could put a spear through, right? So, you know, something to do with Paragon, maybe, for the Warrior one. But I really think the Warrior one is the helmet with the feathers. So I really have no idea where this one's going, honestly. This one to me is actually hard to predict. Like, once again, because there's not a lot going on here. It was a lot easier to predict when we had elite specializations with weapons, because you could go, oh yeah, that would make sense on this class. Or like, oh, wouldn't it be really cool if this class got that weapon? But of course we don't have that this time, which makes it very difficult to predict. Yeah, I almost want to just go straight to the predictions a little bit here, because then we can kind of talk about all of this stuff in context a little bit more, and like where I think this stuff might end up being. So here we go. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I'm bringing over the prediction. Here is the completely trash.com elite spec bingo thing, kind of, and let's kind of actually figure out where this is going to go. So there are a couple that I think are actually very locked in. So I think Bard is Mesmer, right? Boom. I think this one is the Rev one. I feel pretty confident about that. It's edgy, and Rev is edgy. It is the Edgelord class. So I think that's going there. This is Ritualist, right? I think it's pretty obvious this is Ritualist at this stage. Card Wizard is Thief. I'm feeling very good about that. Paragon Wizard is Warrior. And I think the helmet is very indicative of the Paragon there. And then you're kind of left with these four. This one is a bit controversial, like the rabbit head thing or the flame. People are thinking either it's Ellie with little like elemental sprites that follow you around, or people are thinking that it's Ranger. And like this is where, you know, some people have been reading into the let's see if I can find the page with all the poems on it, right? Like the poems are baiting people a little bit here. So like the first, yeah, here we go. Here's the catch up. So on the wiki for the 6th expansion, people have listed all of the poems, and some of the apparently this last translation is a bit rough, so maybe kind of, you know, make of that one what you will here. But for the first teaser, which is the Bard, right? You have, in this fleeting life, the strings sing, my heart drifts with the clouds. Again, that is Bard, obviously, or Minstrel, or whatever they're going to call it. Bear in mind, you know, they might not call these specs what we think they're going to call them, right? Because, you know, it might overlap with other stuff, right? For example, Champion Ritualist is Rev, right? So they probably won't call Ritualist directly unless they change the achievements. The second teaser, which is the this one, the feathery one, right? Iron helms turn to feathers, 1,000 swarms forge into a single blade. And that sounds a little bit... I do get Paragon from that, honestly. It's all about kind of unity, right? That you have that kind of unification element, being the leader. Forge into a single blade. You're having that kind of militaristic approach of just like joining together and stabbing people. So I feel pretty confident that is going to be some kind of Paragon style spec. And then of course you have the first wild card, right? Which is the silver flow hardens into form, shadows gather and shape the fall, which is the orb thing. And that's where things do get complicated, right? Because there's, I think, a lot of options for what this could be. Like I'm thinking it's going in an engineer direction. At this stage, it could be Rev, though, right? There's a possibility it could be Rev as well, I think. But again, as you can see here, it starts to get really difficult to match these when you get down to the last three. So I do not feel confident. I really, really don't feel confident that I'm getting all of these right, to be honest. Maybe I am, and I'm just getting bamboozled a little bit. But Oh no, I don't feel confident in guessing whatsoever, especially when you throw the poems into the mix as well. Where's my tab? It's gone. It's back. Wait, it's gone. It's over. It's back. And then you have the fourth one, which is the card wizard. 1,000 devious schemes are concealed. As the heavens turn, one falls into the trap. Yeah, that's this. I think this one's going to be really cool, actually. Kind of like this trickster, card-themed class for Thief. I think that actually sounds really cool. It's some good roleplay there. And then the fifth teaser is this one here. With sharpened will, I cleave the wind. In pursuit of shadows, I stir the waves. And I think that one is pretty ambiguous, but a little bit of Revenant there, I think. You know, like you have your sharpened mind going through and finding things within the mist, maybe, but I don't know, who knows. Sixth one, through sacrifice, the unseen is stirred. With radiant blade, the frost is scorched. See, that one is interesting. I wonder if there is like some nuance that's slightly being missed in the translation there. I'm not sure, because that is the ritualist dagger one, right? And that is kind of like that unseen element, like where that's coming from is that, oh, that's a little dragon hunter icon there. But you know, oh yeah, you're with a radiant blade, the frost, I don't know what that means, but like the unseen is stirred. We're doing rituals to summon spirits, which was kind of been depicted in like the Necromancer kind of little teaser they showed off alongside the Paragon one. And then the seventh one, this is why I think, look, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I'm a weeaboo. I want to have a little cat elemental. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You're coping. Summon the wilderness back to the source. Heal the world along its bounds. That is Nature Wizard. That's what that is, guys. That is Ranger. Very obviously, it is a Ranger situation. And that, of course, leaves us with the remaining two. And it says Divine Wind. This is for the bow thing. Divine Wind commands the clouds. Mist gathers and pierces the sky. And the thing is, that really says Guardian to me, right? Which is weird because I don't even know how this would work, right? Like this, this can't be right. This cannot be accurate in my opinion, because that of course means that Ellie would have shield, which just does not feel right to me whatsoever. Maybe there's some kind of like wonkiness happening here, but it would make more sense for me if it was the other way around. So Guardian had the shield and you kind of have like a paladin, you know, defender. But that's almost like kind of similar to the aesthetic of original Guardian. I don't know. It's kind of confusing, honestly. We'll have to see tomorrow. They'll probably give us more details on this tomorrow, but I guess this might be an approach there. And then the Elementalist here has the bow, and maybe you can like somehow summon elemental arrows or something like that. I mean, I don't know. Like this is very, very complicated, I think. I don't know. I don't feel good about this. Look, listen, don't bully me for my guesses here because I don't like these guesses. There's got to be something wrong here. There's no way this is correct. 100%. Because I think the poem makes me really think Guardian with this, but then Shield Ellie? Maybe that's the wild card. Maybe Shield is having like an elemental bulwark, but it just doesn't look like an elementalist spec whatsoever. You know, it really doesn't. With the way that the image is here, it doesn't say elementalist, but to be honest, not a lot of them do. You know, not a lot of them do. I guess you could swap Ellie and Ranger. That could potentially work there as well. And maybe Elementalist is all about, connecting with the elements and healing the world, right? Like, kind of like Shaman, right? A kind of a Shaman style character. And then Ranger is kind of like Warden. I almost feel like this looks thematically better, if that makes any sense. Like, this to me, okay, I could get along with that. Or then you could maybe go one step further and do this. So you have the Ranger one is here with like the bow, which kind of fits with Ranger, I guess, a little bit. And then the Guardian gets the shield there as well. But I don't know. I think you could go through a whole bunch of configurations here. I don't think I'd be happy with any of them, to be honest. It's definitely a head scratcher, my friends. I do feel bad for the shield though, because look at all these icons. You have shield with wings, bow and arrow with wings, ritual dagger, bard, card lord, spinny thing as well over here, and then whatever the hell this is. And then you get, shield with some scratches on it. Like, I mean, look, you know that meme where people are like, I I don't have any favorite children, okay? And then they say, oh, it's definitely you. That's the situation here, guys, okay? Whoever is getting the shield is unloved, okay? Like, your class is going to suck for the entire expansion. Enjoy that. That's going to be fun. I'm obviously joking. But we'll see when we get there, huh? I think so. I think another possibility is something like that. So, like, Warrior has the shield thing, but I think it's got... Look, the helm is obviously Paragon, bro. It's got wings on it. Okay, that's just the way it is. Sounds like Warrior. I am honestly... Look, I'm getting off topic here, but I might have to do an expose on Warrior players. Because... because I need to do this as an official video. I did a tier list of who cries the most in Guild Wars 2, like which you know, profession mains are the biggest crybabies. And honestly, I don't like to say this, you know, but it's Warriors. Warrior mains are by far the biggest crybabies right now, even beating out Ellie's, which, by the way, is very, very impressive. Because Ellie mains, historically, #1 crybabies, #1 players who find the game too hard. But it's Warriors now. It is absolutely Warriors who are crying the hardest. And we've got to shut that down. It's crazy we've got to that point, but we're going to have to, at some point, fix that issue. Yeah. But anyway, back to the original topic here. I think, is this my prediction? I almost want to stick to my original guns, because I just can't imagine this not being Ranger. I really can't imagine that not being Ranger. So maybe it looks like this. I do feel quite confident that this is Engineer as well. This kind of Quicksilver, you know, elemental alchemy style Engie. That would be really cool, I think. And then, yeah, maybe they're... Because the reason I might think that the bow is Ellie is because Ellies have wanted bow for a long time. And we're not getting weapon. We're not getting a weapon, right? But they could absolutely design an elite spec that was projectile oriented, right? And like you summon elemental bows or something, or like the profession mechanic is some way related to ranged, or you like summon little elemental weapons in some way. So they could do that to kind of give the Ellie mains what they've been looking for a while. That is definitely a possibility for me. But yeah, I'm thinking like any configuration that looks a little bit like this makes some sense. I almost hope that Ellie does get the shield, because what I do look for in an elite specialization is like a radically different approach. Like a really radically different approach to the class. And if Ellie did have something like this shield and it just completely changed up how the class works, that would be kind of hype, actually. That would be kind of hype if they did that and really made it different. Which will be cool. But I'm just not really getting the visual aesthetic, right, from the shield connecting that to Elementalist. It doesn't look like an Elementalist thing to me. So I don't know. Look, you guys need to tell me all of your predictions here, because I could probably go back and forth over and over and over again on figuring out exactly what this is. But I've got to say, like, ArenaNet really saved a good meme for the end there. Like, we've completely thrown a spanner in the works with this shield here, because I think it makes it really, really difficult to discern exactly what's going on here, which I think is kind of cool. You know, I do want to point something out as well, and this is kind of exciting for the future. This is a kind of a meta comment here as well, and for any future projects that ArenaNet develop. I think it's kind of cool that ArenaNet have figured out how to actually generate a little bit of hype. It only took them 10 years, but we've got here. Before the expansion even released, we're just tweeting out teasers, right? Like little teasers. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's posting about it. Everyone's streaming about it, making videos about it. Wow! Guys, we did it! It really isn't that hard, is it? Good job, guys. Over there at ArenaNet. You know, better late than never. Better late than never, guys. Love to see that. But yeah, you know, it's going to be good to see that kind of energy come into the game. Hopefully we continue to see, like, and we've got a long time, because bear in mind, we're expecting this expansion to drop at the end of October. I think the estimate based on the Wizards Vault is the 28th of October, so it's a while from now. So they've got to keep this energy up. I'm really hoping we get some streams, we get some betas for the elite specs, obviously. I want to see loads of like extra information about the lore, the setting, the enemies, right? Like, what are we doing in this new expansion? All that kind of cool stuff. So hopefully they keep that up, but I'm actually liking this approach so far. Again, tomorrow, I'm just to kind of go over expectations. Obviously, I will be live for probably over 12 hours. talking about this, going over everything, engaging in meme content, dropping content exposes. It's gonna be great. Okay, get ready to look. Referral links, guys. Okay, referral link. Okay, get ready for it. It will be in the description of every video. I'm gonna make it like you're watching a video with ads on. There's gonna be like referral links scrolling across the screen constantly. It's a shame I can't make them clickable. But yeah, get ready for that one. It's gonna be fantastic because we're probably gonna get pre-orders tomorrow. So listen, okay, forget everything about why pre-orders fucking suck. Just do it anyway. But anyway, I'll be here tomorrow, and let me know what you guys think about this one, the Shield. It certainly got me a little bit bamboozled, to be honest. I was really expecting them to give us something that, boom, that's going to be very obviously Guardian, or very obviously Elementalist, you know? Or very obviously this other thing, right? Because right now, it's kind of hard to place everything, in my opinion, or give a good prediction. Of course, we'll find out very soon. But anyway, why don't you play the CompletelyTrash.com bingo, and let me know what you think, and where it's going to go, what all the teasers mean, what all do the poems mean, I don't know. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video, to be honest. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy it. Get ready tomorrow, guys. We're going big. We'll be live on YouTube and Twitch all day talking about the reveal of the expansion. We'll be reading blog posts to you. I'll watch the trailer for you, okay? Wow, okay? I'm willing to do that, okay? I'm willing to make that sacrifice, okay? I will help you watch something. And that's going to do it. Follow, subscribe, leave your comments, leave your speculations. Get ready for the reveal. It's going to be pretty epic stuff. Buckle up, gamers. Shout out to YouTube, by the way. 306 people watching on YouTube pretty much the entire time, even through all of the stalling. That is some cool stuff. And, of course, 600 on Twitch as well. Look, YouTube needs to step up. Tomorrow, I want to see YouTube match Twitch. YouTube was capable of matching Twitch, by the way, earlier, but we haven't got to that stage again. And we need to get to that stage. But anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you tomorrow for the reveal. Take it easy. I'm out.